Matchday 10 of the Ghana Premier League truly climaxed with a super clash, which divided the nation into two halves. Fans at the Accra Stadium not only witnessed the game, but also went through the emotions. The Porcupine Warriors got the best of their opponents when they were seemingly stung with a red card. A goalkeeping howler, a true gift. A miracle truly when faint-hearted Kotoko fans were beginning to wonder what had become of their quest to win the epic clash.
And on goal! Oh, this is unpardonable! He knows it! It was a back pass, and Sulama just sent the ball straight to his own net, giving Kumasi Asante Kotoko the advantage. Had the ball dumbfolded. Kelechi Iheanacho can't believe it. What a goal here! It will go down as one of the worst goals ever to have been scored at the Accra Sports Stadium.
And that was just the beginning of how Hearts will cue the self-destruct button. Both teams are fully aware of harsh times here on you. Asante Kotoko creep up the table. Hearts still stay second. Aduana Stars continue to delight fans with impressive performances and produce a dramatic away win at the Carl Randolph Park in Dansoman. Yaya Mohammed continues to score, but leading goal scorer Latif Blessing is in commanding lead with 8 goals and power to add. Defending champions Ashanti Gold are yet to find an escape route. New Edubiasa's resurgence just on course. But there was more misery for Inter-Allies, who failed to win yet again at the Tema Park. There surely has to be an inquisition into their truly poor standards lately. The Super Clash provided the momentum for match day 10 and remains the most talked about. But on the surface of things, nothing really done. League log fairly stable and a lot of work to be done. Ghana League Cypher match day 10 analysis follows shortly. Welcome to a very special week, and of course Ghana League Cypher coming away. Quite a lot to talk about this week, and of course it's all about Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Accra Hearts. The tales of a goal that really was resulted from a massive howler, Abdullahi Salama. Well, I don't want to be relaxed on this. Let me introduce my guest that's beginning to do the analysis right now. Coach Ibn Sifa, thank you very much for joining me.
You're welcome, George.
I was in commentary position. You were there watching the game live in the inner perimeter like you do. Essen, thank you very much for joining me as well. And you were excited, Kotoko fan, you know, anyway the goal went in. I mean, Coach, let's talk about Hartsville and Kotoko first of all. Let's look at the plan of the two coaches. Did it work out? Let's start with Kelechi Iheanacho's plan into the game.
Thank you, George. I mean, you know, Kelechi has been playing the 4-1-3-2 system. That was what he took to Obuasi, and it worked for him. Talk of Sulama, Fatau Mohammed, also Bempa, who got injured and he was replaced by Kennedy Apia. You have the two centre backs, Richard Kofi and Ruben Yani. Samala is sitting in front of them, and you have the 3 offensive of Mustafa Suman, Eric Kumi, and then you talk of Isaac Mensah. And then the 2 strikers, Samuel Eboa, and then Dauda Cosmos. I mean, it did work for him at Obuasi. And I believe that Kotoko came in the 4-3-3 system. And then so you talk of the captain for the side, Amos Frimpong, Edwin Tofo, who had a red card. You have the 2 centre back. Evans Kwao played so well today. You talk of Ahmed Adams. And then the other 3 offensive, you talk of Theophilus Nyame, you talk of Steven Yako, and you talk of Frank Safu Jeffrey. And the 3 up front, you have Eric Donko, you have Dauda Mohammed, and then Obedo Lusu. And I think that they did work for Kotoko, because I believe that Michael Osei did learn something from what happened to the coach of Mediama, you talk of Tom Strang, when he has played them. He also learned something from Herbert Addo when he played against Accra at Tema Sports Stadium, and as well as Bashir Hayford at Obuasi. So I think that putting all this together, he was very careful about how to approach this game, and I think he did work for him. He made sure Mustafa Suman would not play. In the second half, realized that he was playing deep in Accra folks half, whilst he was supposed to join the attack, whereby they have the Cosmos, and then I think Samuel Legba, who was later on substituted after Sulama was recorded. Tactically, I think both coaches did well.
They did their job.
Michael Osei
was on top. He did the job. Okay, well, were you surprised when Sulama allowed that goal in? Were you?
Yeah, very much surprised because caliber of game it was. You wouldn't expect an experienced goalkeeper like Sulama, a goalkeeper who has had an opportunity to play at the top level. We can talk about him playing at the African Cup of Nations for Burkina Faso, to let him that go. People trying to defend him have heard Fatal Daouda come up to say that he used the right technique to clear the ball, but he was hard done by. But I think there should be no justification. He's experienced. He should know better. If you're a goalkeeper and you want to clear the ball, you should have the full ball under your legs. You should
to be sure that you have the control.
Very much sure.
Coach, to make that point, you know, I could not understand myself, you know, how that ball. I mean,
you see, I find it difficult to hear people blame Sulama too much. It happens in football.
Yes.
Goalkeepers do mistake. Give credit to the Kotoko attacker,
who believed there could be something.
After the back pass from Ruby Nani, he never stopped.
Yeah.
He followed up, and Sulama felt there was pressure coming. So he has to quickly send the ball back to where it was coming from. And he miskicked. If he had to be a different player, he would have stopped for Sulama to have relaxed, even control better, and then maybe start the attack from the flanks, from the fullbacks. But this time, the striker didn't stop after the back pass. He decided to push a little bit pressure. As much as there was a little bit gap, I mean, Sulama miskicked. It happens in football.
So it's not it's a new thing.
Of course, go to the word. I mean, you have world-class goalkeepers who do mistakes.
Yeah, who make mistakes.
So for me, it's a game.
You don't want to be making. Did he recover? You watched the game. Did he recover after that?
Oh, of course, he did recover. For the record, I mean, every goalkeeper
also
can easily do that because Ruben Nani was beaten.
Okay.
And he has no option than to bring the player down because the ball he was
already beaten. Yes.
So
that was on the part of
for me, he has nothing to do but just to bring the player down.
Okay, let's do it this way now. We'll have a look at the goals and how it all panned out, and of course, also the fans' reaction. It was actually electrifying, as you expect when Kotoko and Hearts play. Let's roll over to that.
That is the starting lineup for Marcia Santo Kotoko. Now the home team, Akwa Masofo. In post number 16, Sulama Abdullahi. Jersey number 27 and captain of the side, Robin Yan. Number 2,
Atal Mohammed, Richard Akofi, Mustafa Shuman, Samoa Yabwa, Cosmos Dada. These are players of Heart of Oak who also having a debut encounter with Marcia Sante Kotoko this season. And again, you expect that at least before Frimpong would have a card again. Is it? There's a red card. Just 30 minutes and he gets a red card.
Overly aggressive. You know, I told you he was likely to be on the edge. And just after half an hour, he's let his teammates down big time. This was the first one, an untimed tackle, a late one on Isaac Mensah. You know, we saw it coming, and it gets booked. it changes the complexion of this game entirely, Benjamin.
Mention now. Fatah Mohammed. Can he drive home a ball? There's a block, there's a corner kick. And Eric Donko also coming back to defend.
You know, lacking that X factor, that special thing to get a ball at the back of the Kotoko defenders. It was a straightforward one.
And now there's a one-on-one here. And Kofi gets the ball to goalkeeper Sulama. And Sulama! And on goal! Oh! This is unpardonable! He knows it! It was a back pass! And Sulama just sent the ball straight to his own net, giving Kumasi Asante Kotoko the advantage. Hartlepool dumbfolded. Kelechi Iheanacho can't believe it. What a goal here! It will go down as one of the worst goals ever to have been scored at the Accra Sports Stadium, you know, in the year 2016.
After dictating the pace, we thought they had, you know, the advantage. A man down, and they've been punished. This was a long clearance. Now the contest one-on-one. Akrofi sent it back. Sulama just couldn't control, and the ball rolled into his goalpost. Look at Sulama once again with a kick. Oh, this is horrendous. Awful schoolboy error from Sulama Abdullahi, the Burkinabe international. Simply unpardonable against his former club. He's let them big time, let down his team, and tears streaming down the face of a dedicated man between the stakes. How can he recover? This is absolutely unpardonable, Sulama Abdullahi.
Fans can't believe it. He doesn't understand what happened to me. What was I thinking?
You know, up front.
And now, Kodoko. Keeper is committed, but he's up again. Yet, the referee allows play. Interesting, the course came in late. He came in late, and Dauda was thinking that he was in the advantage for that match and should have been allowed to go.
Is that supposed to be a booking? If there's supposed to be a booking, then the goalkeeper, if there's an infringement, then the goalkeeper deserves to be booked because it was a late one, a serious tackle. Yes, and that's it.
Oh,
I told you.
Oh,
he was the last man.
That is not a good story. So embarrassing. Playing against his former side, scores for his former side, and now gets a red card.
Well, this is a black day for Sulama Abdullahi Sulama and Kenishi. He's made 2 substitutions already, and he's forced now to introduce his substitute goalkeeper. And Dauda Mohammed was the last man, no questions about the red card. You know, it was deserved. You know, denied him a goal scoring opportunity, the last man, and that's it. Sent off. Good decision there from the ref.
Referee Awal Mohammed, 5 years ago, supervised both sides. It was a goalless joint game, and today he's here. 2 red cards from him. 1 to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, 1 to Accra Hartlepool.
Game on. Let's see how 10-10, you know, will fare. Will Kotoko get complacent? Is this what needed to stoke the fire in House of Folk to race into the game?
Oh.
You know, what a day for Sulama.
It's an embarrassing day for him, Ridwan.
You know, bad day for Sulama at the office.
Well, I just talked about, Ridwan, the fact that our records to show that when he was with Kotoko, they never won a game at the Accra Sports Stadium, and now he moves to Accra Hartlepool, and he gets a red card the first time playing against his former side at the Accra Sports Stadium.
A lot of seesawing moments. Hartlepool started well.
Well, that's happening. The referee Awal Mohammed ends it. Kumasi Asante Kotoko recording yet another famous win. It was a costly mistake there by your former goalkeeper, Abdullahi Sulama, and giving them the 3 points here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Yet again registering a victory in the month of May. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko on a holiday, always are the champions, playing against Accra Hartlepool. And their fans are jubilating. And Hartlepool, well, back to the drawing board. Kelechi Iheanacho also losing. So don't want to talk about whether Kumasi Asante Kotoko always get the upper hand over Accra Hearts of Oak here at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's working. Well, lovely scenes at the Accra Sports Stadium once again. The fans can jubilate deep into the night, and that is what they have been looking for. And these fans can afford to file out.
Dauda Mohammed, congratulations, you won man of the match. Tell me, what did the magic for Kotoko?
Well, first of all, we thank the Almighty God for helping us win this game. First of all, we came into this game as underdogs because looking at our position on the league log, we weren't on a good position, and so we were determined to win this game. And thank God we were able to carry the day.
Coach, I saw you shedding tears right there. What happened to you?
I'll only congratulate my guys. I'll congratulate my guys. We have done well.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Sushi Soccer failed today. What happened?
I think we played really well, but we're just a bit unlucky.
So what's next for your team?
Well, we go back to training and we improve from here.
But how are you going to psych your boys up for the next match?
Well, we've done that before, and I'm sure we can do it again.
But are you disappointed?
I'm not happy about losing the game, but I'm very happy at how we played. Our players played really well today.
All right, so you saw all those goals, and of course you saw the reaction. Very fantastic stuff, as you see as well. We'll try and do the analysis for you as we go through this. Look at the other results that came through. Coach, I think we had some fantastic results. But before we do that, let's pay attention once again to the Hearts Kotoko game. And I say, can Hearts of Oak fans continue to support their team? It's critical here, because we need the Hearts of Oak fans to support their team and continue to fill the stadium like they do. How damaging is this to the Hearts of Oak fans?
I mean, proud to this game. It was all over. Kotoko are going to concede 5-6 goals. They've done it before. They are in form, and personally, I thought there's nothing serious about Crowds of Folk team that people should be talking about 4 goals against Kotoko or not. It's the same team that Wild Stars came to defeat, so I don't see anything different. I saw us played against Ash Gold in Obuasi. I saw them play against Wild Stars at Accra Sports Stadium. It's a matter of Kotoko putting certain things in place, making sure that Isaac Mensah and the Mustafa Suman do not play. You realize that any time
Isaac Mensah was allowed to play, they had issues.
No, yes, he will play, he'll get the ball, but what will be the final result or the final kick?
I think he was fouled so many times.
Of course, there was a lot of pressure on him because the high pressing does a lot of work. Mustafa Suman was pushed back. That was why Theophilus Dami got tired. He has to be substituted, and a certain Kujupuku has to come in and do the same job that this guy was doing.
Okay, now Efson, point is, how does this affect the Hearts of Oak fans and the attendance at the stadium?
I think all has to do with their next game. If they are able to pick up maximum points in their next game, we also saw against Wild Star when they lost and they went on to win their next away game. It brought the fans back to the stadium. So it all depends on what results they get in their next away game,
and that's all important. Well, we'll have to look at the other games as well that went through, and we'll have to touch on with that Inter-Allies game, up against Techiman City, and Inter-Allies fans are a bit worried at the moment, including me. What's happening to the team?
Well, George, before I go there, I mean, let me say a little bit about the Hearts fans.
Okay, quick one.
I think that they are matured. I mean, this particular season, 10 matches, they've been fantastic. I don't think this particular defeat, as much as they were eager, there was excitement within the fans that they were going to win this game, and carried on to Brecum to play Brecum Chelsea come next Sunday. And I believe that they will still support the team. I mean, they believe that football it's out of 3 things.
And nothing doing really. Point is, Hearts of Oak are still second. I mean, unless I'm wrong.
Secretariat this morning, what they put the fans through to the game, I think was very bad, and they were very much annoyed with what they went through to get the ticket. Okay, my point is like, if Hearts should lose, they are not coming back to this.
It was just few of them who were just
and coach, I'm even saying that, look, on the table, unless I'm wrong, Hearts are still second, and they
of course
nothing changes. Really. Hearts are second, and Kotoko won, and so yes, where they are.
For me,
so nothing
they have to support their team. I mean, it's just one loss or the second lose at the Accra Sports Stadium. I mean, I don't see why they should be.
Inter-Allies, already some Inter-Allies fans are saying that Hebetado must leave the team alone. Another 1-1 draw at the Tema Park.
easy. By the time we came to the field, our coach told us that we should take time and possess the ball. If there's a pressure, we should know how to cool the pressure down. That motivates us to get the draw.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. So 1-1 the final score. Let's get some reactions from the two coaches. Let's talk to Coach Yusuf Abubakar from Techiman City. 1-1. It was a tough game, though.
Yeah, very tough, and we knew it was going to be tough. In fact, I have appreciated the mental toughness of my boys because they fought a lot. And this is it's not a familiar pitch. Some of them, this is their first time to be on such a pitch. In fact, they have done well. They play to my instruction, but we need to find out how to control the tempo of the game next time.
Thank you very much, Coach. Techiman City gets in a point here. They'll be very happy with that. But what about the other side, the host team, Inter Allies? Coach Addo, disappointed?
Very disappointed. Very disappointed.
What went wrong?
Well, you saw the game. We had some tall guys at the front, and we were supposed to just pump crosses in. But look at them. They get the ball instead of crossing, they will bring it back. Then they get a chance to close up, and it was very difficult for us.
Thank you very much, Coach Addo. Very disappointed at the 1-1 scoreline. But of course, it's the big game tomorrow at the Accra Sports Stadium. Accra the Vogue against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We'll be there live to bring you all the very latest in the big match. I'm sure you'll be excited to see that game right here. So let's get ready and prepare for that big match tomorrow. Bye for now.
They have.
Season and where we are,
and thanks to Samuel Ochre. I mean, the defender for Techiman City. He scored an own goal. Yeah. As much as the corner kick came in for Evans, it was an own goal. And for me, Coach Abubakar Yusuf is doing very well with Techiman City. After the first game that he played with Mazakas and he lost 4-2. He's beginning to get his rhythm. Talk of Baba Mahama doing very well. Ebenezer Japan, the gentleman who scored the first goal. And I think that they are gelling very well. About 5 or 6 of the players, this is the first time they are even coming to Accra to play in an Astro Turf. And some of them even doesn't know where Accra
is going.
And for me, I think that for them to come and play against Inter Allies, who has gone away to lose 2 games. They lost to Wow Stars, they lost to Mediama. So everybody thought that Inter Allies coming back because their next game is against Wafa.
Coach, too many inexperienced players in Inter Allies. Is that the point? Lack of mature players?
Well, yes, I think I should side with you because one, I spoke to one of the players. I don't need to mention the name. And he was telling them, look, they need an experienced and mature players in the team to help the team grow. Last season, before the team the league ended, they sold as many as 9 players. Yeah. And those 9 players have played for 2-3 years in the team. And this time, you bring in young players. And for me, the tall, lanky striker who came on, Dio.
Yeah, Dio.
Sheriff Dio. He's out for some months now. I'm sure he's not fully fit. Why do you play him? You understand my point? And I think that Isaac Chum was also played out of position. You don't play him from the flanks.
So are you saying Hepatado?
Well, the officials of Inter Allies knows best. I mean, he was the coach who came to help.
Coach, you are
no. The point is that he was the same coach who came and took them out of relegation before he came to Accra Sofu.
Yeah. But it's not working.
And they knew
it's the same
kind of coach
that won the Chelsea.
And then, no, I agree with you, but it depends on whatever goes through in their boardroom or whatever.
I'm getting a bit emotional.
So for me, I think that let's give credit to Techiman City. They've done what is the second away point that they've picked in the league. The first one was against Edibiasi and Obuasi 2-2. They've picked a point here. They are going home to play the league leaders Wow Stars. So let's see what happens.
Well, I don't even know what to say. Because we're expecting you to say that the coach should go.
Why should he go?
Okay, let's go on. So it means whether I change or not.
And I'm saying that the authorities, the management of Inter
know what to do.
They know what to do. I don't need to sit here and tell them they should figure out their coach.
Inter Allies fans are not too excited, and we'll see how it goes out. But they're very professionals. Just when we were giving them the thumbs up for doing a fantastic job across the road, lost at the car end of park to Jnr Stars by 3-2.
I think it was a fair reflection of the game. If you monitored those commentators at the park, they said the Jnr Stars defended very well and attacked very well, and they were Liberty professionals conceded some cheap goals. Their goalkeeper did not help on the day. You could talk about Yaya Mohammed's second goal, and it was a goal that he could have saved, but he could not prevent the goal from scoring.
From getting into the net.
Yeah.
You feel, coach, but tactical master stroke.
George,
by
what is a cheap goal? The ball went into the net, right? I was at this Dansoman Park yesterday to watch the game, and for me, I think that Adriana deserves to win. After Latif scored the first goal in the 4th minute, whereby I blamed the goalkeeper of Adriana, Joseph Addo. I mean, there was a little bit gap. He should have stayed in the goal post. But it was a striker's goal. After the 4 minutes goal by Latif, Latif was out of the game. Richard Dimpo on the right, Zakaria Mumuni on the left. 15 minutes they switch play. 15 minutes they switch play. And for me, Yaya Mohammed was on top. He's very physical, he's very strong, and it was a 50-50 ball between him and the goalkeeper. He beat the goalkeeper to it, and he slotted the ball into the net. And the angle was very cute. Give credit to Yaya Mohammed. And the second goal, the third goal, you don't blame the goalkeeper. You blame the defender who was standing there for the striker Sasaklu to come and knock the ball in. Adriana dominated, and I think that they had matured players. You talk of Yakubu Mohammed, he didn't dress. Noah Mate didn't dress. Anochi Bedu didn't dress. Look at the rich bench that they have. Godfrey Saka got injured in the second half. He was substituted by Nana Free, who came on and played very well. Give credit to Adriana. Liberty, yes, they are scoring. They've named themselves more goals at Dansuman. They beat Ash Gold by 5 goals. They were able to beat Bikum Chelsea by 3 goals to 1. And for me, I think that give credit to Adriana. Player by player, Adriana is by far ahead of Liberty Professionals.
So no qualms.
So there wasn't any qualms. They lost, and I think that they have to prepare very well for their next game. Fortunately for them, they are going to Takwa, and then Mediama is not there, so it's going to be an outstanding game for them. Give thanks to Yaya Mohammed. I mean, he scored 3 matches. He scored how many goals? 6 goals. 6 goals. So give credit to him. It tells you how Yaya Mohammed is very solid. As well. In the first half, if Adriana has picked the second balls from Yaya Mohammed, he would have even scored more.
It's shaping up there. We have also on your screen now the goal scorers chat. We also have the table rolling there. But now we have the full results list on your screen, so we can quickly rush through what there is to look forward to. And of course, some fantastic wins as well. But Chim United beat Wafa by 2-0. I don't know if the Wafa boys were too excited with that.
Well, I think that when they play on a turf which is not an astro turf,
George,
better still, the grass, if the grass is not well taken care of, they struggle. They went to Obuasi, they played very well. They played Dreams FC, they lost though, they played very well. But Bechem, hey, it's not easy to play them.
Bechem won by 2-1. Midyama beat, not a particular result, yes. Midyama beat Wild Stars by 1-0. And just when we're talking about Wild Stars, somehow they're losing games in between. It's becoming problematic.
And away from home, you lost the game. I mean, you play very well. They claim they have a penalty.
No problems with
that. And I think that Agbovi should have.
You watched it? You thought it was a penalty?
Agbovi should have ordered them that penalty. Emmanuel Okran entered the box. He was brought down by Malik Akuwa. That was an injury time. But then Midyama has scored a deflection goal from Baturi, a shot from Kwakwesi Donsu, and he had a deflection and the ball went to the net. And for me, Richard Ofori stood between Midyama and then Wild Stars. They are the team that went to Dorman to beat Adriana. They came to beat Accra. They picked the point from the against James FC.
Okay.
So if they were beaten by Bechem and then Midyama, I mean, it's not news. They are still on top of the league now.
Let's talk about New Edubiasa, shall we? They all of a sudden beginning to get the wins. Consecutive victories. What's happening with them here?
It's good for them. Maybe Anthony Comey has revealed his tactics and he has brought on something that is helping the team to win. I think it's okay. At some point, we all thought they were candidates for relegation, but 2 consecutive victories and they are shut up on the league log, and there are no more candidates for relegation.
They're doing quite well. Coach, a little bit of insight into that New Edubiasa thing was working out for them.
No, beginning of the season, I said that I will assess Edubiasa after the 5th week.
Okay, so
and they've proven me right. They are doing the right thing. They were young players, blending them with Samad Ibrahim, talk of Malik Tahiru, and then James Boadu. And these are young, senior players in the team. The rest of them are very young. Talk of Christopher Bashi and then Fuseni, Zubeiru, we talk of Wahab. These are young players, they are free and stuff. They are playing very well. And you realize that the confidence is coming gradually. I mean, they came to beat Kotoko in Kumasi. They added up breaking Chelsea. I think that it is fantastic. 6 points out of 2 games. Yeah. I think it's a thumbs up for Yakubu and his boys.
Okay, so once again, the results on your screen in terms of how these are panning out, and as well the table that follows. So, hey, don't worry, Hartlepool Kotoko is just another game. Hello, so just another game. Match day 10. We have 20 more games to go. For those Hartlepool fans who are really, really down, and I think we'll have to do this again. I'll be showing you right now the celebration of the Kotoko fans, just to rub it in as much as I would have done if it was Hartlepool. Let's take a short clip of how the Kotoko fans celebrated at Crossbow Stadium.
Alongside by the number you can see in the Ashford. Slama Maxwell Kutakawa. Goal scorer, Slama Maxwell, 16 points. If anyone comes across it, please kindly the person of the announcer's voice. Thank you.
Time to look at the fixture list. Ghana Premier League match day 11 fixtures coming up, and so once again, don't worry, Kotoko has fans, just take it easy, coach. Just look at the games they're going forward to now. Asante Kotoko will be up against Busuma Dwarfs. That's the game that's going to be played at the Babera Stadium, the next game for Kotoko. But as you do the analysis, we'll have the full fixture list rolling on your screen, coach. Yeah,
Dwarfs sat home and they nearly lost the game against Ashgood, but they had a point from that game. They have one former Kotoko player in the squad, Kislin in team, former of Liberty Professionals. They're going to Babayara to play Kotoko. I mean, Dwarfs have got history with Kotoko matches. One the likes of Michael Ose-Emba and then Isaac Owusu were playing for Dwarfs. But this time it's a different ball game together. Kotoko has come to Accra to pick the big maximum 3 points to Kumasi. They are going there with a big heart. But hey, they went to Daewoo to beat Daewoo, and then they were there for LBC to come and shock them. So let's see what happens. I think that with that game.
How do you score that?
Oh, definitely, Kotoko is the favorite for that particular game.
Brecum Chelsea are home and they play Accra Hartsville, and that's a game where Hartsville certainly need to give us a response. They need to give the fans a response and to make them still believe, believe in the team somehow.
They need to make the fans believe in the team, but this is a going to Brecum. Brecum is
very
a very
difficult game.
Round.
Like they stung Kotoko, they would sting.
Yeah, they could, because Brecum Chelsea, if you look at their statistics and records at the Golden City Park, they've not lost at home in over 40 games, and I don't think if there is a team that can stop them, it's Accra as a folk. But it all depends on how Kenichi Yachuashi will psych his men for the battle. They've proved that they were able to end over 5 decades without a win at Sakwa, and they did it in close to 9 years. Decade at
Langley. So they are just the kind of team to go out there and do it. Let's see what happens. So you expect a win from Hartsville in the game?
Why not?
They can.
They have the character. So
all right. So
let's see what Kenichi brings on board.
Kenichi Yatahashi. Adriana Stars play Dreams FC. Secondly, Hazakas up against Niwe Dubiase. Well, there's a delicious tie between Wafa and Dinta Allies, and I don't even know. I don't want you guys to talk about the game now. Techiman play Wow Stars. Yes. Wait, Wafa and Talas, we're going to say Wafa is going to win that game hands down.
Of course.
Okay, so let's talk about Techiman and
Last
Wow
season,
Stars.
had a point there.
We'll
I don't
check.
think this is going to happen.
Let's talk about Techiman and Wow Stars. That's a good game. So.
It's going to be a good game.
But is it a game in which we see Wow Stars lose again?
Well, it depends on what the coach takes along. And for me, Techiman City has not lost the game at home.
Yeah.
Hazakes has not lost the game at home. No, they lost to Liberty Professionals, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and then I think that Brecum Chelsea has also not lost the game at home. So, Techiman City coming to pick a point boosted their confidence. I saw the coach at the stadium and he's full of smiles. Going to play Wow All Stars. The tactical game of Wow All Stars can come to bear. But at the end of the day, hey, it may end in a draw.
Let's do this very quickly, getting to our team of the week, Ghana League Cypher team of the week, and let's see how it all shaped up. Coach had to go through it. I think after Sunday, he had put something together. Not only that, and then he had to wait for tonight's game, and that has rolled out. If you were supposed to give me a non-team of the week, I think Solama will be up there. No doubt. I mean, fantastic way of scoring, and
George,
he ends up being the goalkeeper who scores in the super class.
This week I'm having
I'm
going with the 1-4-4-2 system, and I think Richard Ofori of Wow Stars becomes my number 1 goalkeeper. A lot of saves, reflexes, starting attack, building attack. The goal that scored against him was a deflection. I think that apart from that, he excelled in the game against Mediama Atakwa, so he becomes my number 1. And then my fallback, I have the skipper for Kotoko, Amos Frimpong. Today everybody saw him today at the Accra Sports Stadium. I mean, he really played the captain's game, supported the attack very well. And when they were down by a man, and I think that he deserves a place in my team. And the left back, I give it to the left back of Wow Star, Nicholas Mensah, a centre back that is being used as a left back, has been very effective, giving Kwame Boahin, Kusidonsu, the likes of Eric Kwakwai, a lot of headache at that particular position. Offensive is good, defensive is good. In the area ability, superb. When you come to the 2 centre backs, I talk of Daniel Ajen, the skipper for second year Zakers. I mean, Dreams FC won the game, but they themselves confess that this gentleman,
guy played very well.
He stood between more goals and Dreams FC. And then a certain young man called Daniel Amwa of Mediama. He's with the national 20 team. He's up and coming player, and I believe that Ghana has got one of the futures centre backs in the team. I talk of the 4 offensive midfielders. On the right, I go for Zakaria Momoni from Indiana. Superb play at Dansuma, and everybody was in love with this young man. He shifts play with Richard Impong a couple of times, and anytime he shifts play, you see this kind of improvisation.
It's Ghana Stars team that is finally coming.
Of course,
because
they've had a very good coach.
They did very well. Transfer market activity was fantastic.
But they've got a good coach.
And we're waiting for them to. I think they're finally coming out.
The tactical play of the coach, how he does his substitution, it's
awesome.
I go for Godfred Asante. I mean, 4 league matches, early stages, he was playing at the centre back. He's now been brought to his favorite position as a holding midfielder. He even scored a goal against second year Zakes. He comes into my team. Baba Mahama of Techiman City. Fantastic display.
Baba John Mahama or Baba Mahama?
Baba Mahama. Fantastic display yesterday against Inter Allies. And it showed in the game that it's one of the offensive, creative midfielders who is coming up.
Yeah.
With the national under 20, he deserves a place in my team. And Isaac Mensah, Dashiyama Messi, as much as has lost the game, he contributed.
He had to shine on
for a lot of pressure on Kotoko. As much as both teams were playing 10 men. I mean, it's one particular player.
Isaac Mensah is unassuming. When you meet Isaac Mensah, he doesn't look like a footballer, but he plays so well.
I would love to see him to use more of his right foot than the left foot, just to help him do a lot of improvisation when he's being put under pressure. Of course, Dauda Mohammed, and then Yaya Mohammed to be my strikers. So Richard Ofori, Amos Frimpong, Nicholas Mensah, Daniel Amoa, talk of Daniel Ajin of Hazakes, Zakaria Momoni, Godfred Asante, Baba Mahama, Isaac Mensah, Dauda Mohammed, and then Yaya Mohammed.
Well, that's it. I often don't do this. I'll often take a break and allow the statsmen to come in, but because I have Efson here, and it's a day in which Kotoko won by 1-0. Whether you call it a Malam goal, a D goal, or a Magic goal, or whatever goal, it's 1-0. So if it is, let's talk to Efson about the stats for match day 10. Efson, shall we go through match day 10 starts? I mean, whilst Coach is here with us today, you go through it with us, and then we'll wrap it up nicely. Thank you very much, Coach. Efson, what can we talk about?
I think we have to start with Yaya Mohammed scoring, and he's had 6 goals in the last 3 games. No player has scored that amount of goals. Previously he went 5 games without scoring, and he's gotten his scoring boost back on, and he's getting the goals.
Let me put this in. You know, whilst he's going through right now, Efson is talking about what to expect and all. We have the full stats rolling on the screen so that you can put that vis-a-vis with it even before we wrap up. So apart from Yaya Mohammed, who else we talk about?
And yesterday at the Theatre of Dreams, a veteran scored, and Eric Gao is only the 7th player to score for Dreams FC this season. Remember Eric Gao very well during his days at King Faisal. Came to Accra Asufog, but Accra Asufog, he wasn't so much of a darling boy there. He didn't make it.
Is it Gatete or
Gatete? Gatete. So he's only the 7th player to score.
And what else in terms of
and Techiman City have considered all their 5 games away from home. They just can't.
They just can't keep it. I think Coach was making a point earlier about it. How they're keeping it very tight at home, and when they go away, they just
concede.
But it was amazing.
And one from the Hasselhoff Kotoko game, and in the last 10 games, including this one, Hasselhoff have picked up only 1 win in the last 10 games in the Super Clash. That's no.
Coach, can I ask you that question before you go? What is wrong, or what's in Accra that Kotoko come and win, come and draw, they never lose?
I believe during the days of Dr. Kiki Sapon, or before, during, or after Kiki Sapon, Kotoko have been studying the team Accra Hasselhoff very well. And at this time they come in with a lot of confidence. They don't fear anything. Previously, if I has even pour a bottle of water, a glass of water, and Kotoko will be shaking, and at the end of the day they will lose. But this time you see Kotoko coming out of the tunnel with full of confidence, full of vigor, full of excitement, coming to win.
What were those white handkerchiefs all about, going around the park? And but I think it's fun. We enjoyed it, didn't we? We enjoyed it. It's fun, you know. Come with the white handkerchiefs and popping on the powder. We enjoyed it.
They will be the right people to explain
that. Oh, maybe it was nothing. It was just one of those things. And I think before that we had to pick 2 Juju men off the pitch before the game started. One came and stood right in the Super Sport camera. I don't know whether he was amazing stuff. And another came onto the pitch trying to put something on the pitch, and he had to be taken away. Anyways, good. Finally wrapping up in terms of Stars FC.
I'll wrap up with Betim United and Hazakes. They have lost the most away games in the season. They are not doing so away. 5 games they've lost.
And it explains that what we have on the table once again on the screen. Inter Allies. Do you have anything on Inter Allies? When are we going to win the next match? Okay, nothing on Inter Allies. Okay, just keep us where we are. I think we won't be relegated, but it's a difficult time.
They have 1 win in their last 9 Premier League games.
I knew it was going to come. That's really bad. That's really, really bad.
Very bad.
And thank you very much, Coach Evan Tifa, for joining me on the show.
You're welcome, George.
It's been great.
It's been very stressful today.
I know. Everybody's tired, and we had to do it for Mother Ghana. We had to do it for the Ghana Premier League. And like we told you, wherever there is Ghana Premier League, Ghana League Cypher is there. And we said Ghana football is the Ghana League Cypher. I'm George Addo Jnr. Till we meet next week. Be good. Have a great day.